It's August 3rd, 2021. I'm Todd Dunn, and today I am aboard my Allied Princess 36 Seaquestor, and I am single-handing today. Just going to go out for a short sail. My wife didn't want to go out today, but it's too nice a day not to go. And as you can see, nobody down below, nobody but me on deck. So time to head out and see if I can get the boat to move under sail. Well, I'm off the mooring and starting to maneuver to get out of the harbor and set sail. I decided not to sail off today because this boat is right behind me, and if anything went wrong, I would have been right on top of him. So, time to get turned downwind and head out of the harbor. It's relatively tight in here, and this boat is not super responsive with its full keel and attached rudder. Okay, I'm going to be busy for a little bit getting everything ready to go to do some sailing. Well, it's much quieter now that I've shut the engine down, and we are under sail. It's just going to be a short sail today, maybe an hour. Just enough to say that I went sailing today. So the Allied, rigged as it is, with the Genoa on a roller furler, no main, and mizzen sail in the cockpit, is very easy to single hand. I do not have to leave the cockpit except to drop the mooring and pick it up again. And we've got a schooner visiting over here. We'll know what it is in a second when we get a little closer and I can read the name on the bow. An aluminum sailboat here. These are on town guest moorings, so they're visiting boats. I do not know what this one is. It's been here for a couple of days. And there's a somewhat bigger one, also on a town guest mooring. And another two sailboats on town guest moorings. That means the town guest moorings are full today. This appears to be the Heritage. Now this is one of what I refer to as dude schooners, in that it is a schooner that sails out of either Rockland or Camden with parties of tourists on board, and they go out. If they're over here, they're probably on a 6-day cruise, and they have quite a reputation for being a very nice way to go out sailing and see the coast of Maine. And most of these schooners are relatively old. I don't know how old this one is, but a lot of them do not have engines. And on the other side of the boat, you can't see it here, they have what they call a yawl boat, which is just a small open boat with a diesel engine that they use to push the boat if they need to. Okay, I think I better sail Seaquestor here as I head out of the harbor. There's a nice Hinkley 48 and a couple other fancier boats, and we'll point up a little and go out. Wind is kind of south-southwest, so I'm going to be on a broad reach to a run going out and beating coming back. Well, here's something we have not seen much of lately, a Canadian flagged boat. I'm guessing that they're on their way north back to Canada rather than headed south, because I don't think the border is open for them yet. And we've got a few other boats. There's a Sabre over there, the dark blue boat with the tan sail covers, a Hinkley Pilot yawl, and looks like a Sabre powerboat, and and Mason 43 or 44 over there, and a few other interesting boats. And here we have a Hinckley 48. Quite an old boat from the 60s. They haven't built those for a while. And we'll continue out and take a look at some of the other boats here in the Hinckley Company mooring field. Because this is Hinckley Company's dock over here, and all of these boats are on their rental moorings. A lot of nice sailboats here. I think the one with the wooden cabin house over there may be a Concordia. Don't know which one, 39 or 41. We've got a Bermuda 40 sloop right here, close in. And then another, I believe another Sabre. And a few other boats. Hinckley's mooring field has been not particularly busy lately, so it's a little surprising to see this many boats here. Another Bermuda 40 yawl right over there. I believe this one is a Sabre, probably a 362. Yeah, we've got a Hinckley 51 or 52 right there. Dead ahead we have the 119-foot Ketch, which was at the marina the other day, and they are just left the marina and are raising sail. The main is up all the way, so I suspect that they will either unroll one of the jibs or raise the mizzen and get underway, unless they're planning to motor sail. I don't know where they're going, so it's a little hard to tell what exactly they're going to do. Oh, it's pretty quiet out here. It was supposed to be about 13 to 14 knots with higher gusts, and it's more like 5 to 8. Pretty flat. Looks like the Coast Guard out there, and there looks like two of them, and they're probably taking turns stopping each other. And we've got a lobster boat coming in here. Well, the 120 footer has set his jib and sailing out the western way toward the south. Head over toward the cranberries a little. That's great cranberry there. Little cranberry in the distance, and Sutton Island there. And the Coast Guard seems to be heading back toward Southwest Harbor. Frequently, when they have two boats out, they're doing boarding training, and one boat will stop the other and put a boarding party on it, and they will go through the motions to learn how to do a boarding. And there goes that 119-foot Ketch heading out of the Great Harbor here on Mount Desert Island, Maine. It was nice and sunny when I headed out to the boat, but it's gotten kind of overcast and it smells damp, so I suspect that we're going to have fog later tonight. So like I said, I'm just out for a quick sail. I was out on the boat, so I thought I might as well take it out for a few minutes, since I haven't had the boat out for 2 days. Well, I just tacked over to head back to Southwest Harbor. There's the hills of Mount Desert Island on the other side of Sutton Island. We're heading more or less west now. here goes the lobster boat crossing in front of us. Actually, that may be a lobster yacht. It's got a seat in the back. That was a fairly leisurely sail over here to just outside Great Cranberry Harbor. It's the lobster boat's wake. And it was averaging about 5.5 knots. Not optimally trimmed for this other tack, but I'm going about 4 knots, so just take a nice leisurely sail. The camera right now is pointed toward the entrance to Somme Sound, and the island is Greening Island. And over there, where all the masts are, is Northeast Harbor, which is pretty full of visiting yachts right now. And it definitely is very damp feeling, and I would not be surprised if we get a little bit of light rain or even fog, even though the forecast did not call for it. Sorry I couldn't show you the tack. It sort of takes both hands, and it's a little hard to hold the camera and film while you're using both hands. I suppose I could hold the camera in my teeth, but you wouldn't get much out of it that way. So it's just a leisurely sail back west across the great harbor of Mount Desert Island. Just wanted to show you that it's very easy for one older guy to single hand a 36-foot sailboat if it's set up properly. And here we go, Great Cranberry Harbor. A few other boats. Another lazy sailor over there, jib sailing. Looks like he's on a yawl that doesn't have the mizzen up. Enjoying a lazy sail this Tuesday afternoon at the beginning of August 2021. Well, the big boat out there just tacked around, so I think they're just going back and forth as they're heading to weather to get out of the Western Way and out of the Great Harbor. So we're gonna head back into Southwest Harbor. As I said, this is a short sail, just an hour or so, and I'm gonna furl up just before we get into the harbor, since I am alone and I don't like to take chances. And once we're in the harbor and under power, I'll shoot a little video, and we'll look at a few of the other boats in Southwest Harbor. Okay, we're getting fairly close to Southwest Harbor. You can see the boats right there. We're about half a mile outside the outer edge of the mooring field, so it won't be too long before I start the engine, furl up the jib, and then motor back in. Here we have what I believe is an Etchells 33, those modern square-topped mains. Right along. Faster than I am, but they have full sail up, and I certainly do not. I even have 5 turns on my furling jib, just because I did not want to be overpowered out here when I'm single-handing. And of course, as we get closer to the harbor, as usual, the wind is picking up a little bit. Okay, I'll let this Etchells get past me over here, and then And I think I'll fire up the diesel and we'll furl up the jib and motor back in. I'll come back when I'm underway, under power. Okay, I'm a power boat. I just finished furling the jib. As you can see, hear the engine running as we head back in. This is a classic motor yacht from 1930, 130 footer named Marie. It has been in and out of the marina all summer. And they come out and anchor out here fairly frequently. And there's the Etchels turned up into the wind. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them. Yep, they're furling their jib. And they will probably drop the main not long after that. And they stopped the jib about 3/4 of the way in. And I don't know what they're up to. And here's the mooring field as we come in. This boat is not as maneuverable as a boat with a fin keel and the spade rudder, so I do not like to sail it single-handed in the mooring field just for that reason. Okay, point up a little and give this guy plenty of room for whatever he's going to do. Boat hauling traps. It's gotten kind of gray and dreary, so not a bad time to head back in. But it was a nice afternoon for a quick single-handed sail on my Allied 36 Ketch. Okay, next thing we're going to do is have a look at some of the boats in here. Well, here we are motoring in. I'm going to pass pretty close by the schooner Heritage, so we'll get another look at it. And I apologize for the wind noise, but GoPro doesn't have an external mic, so it's not much I can do about it with this camera. I should maybe buy one of the mods so I can plug my external mic into it. Anyway, in just a minute we'll get a close pass on the schooner Heritage, give you a better view of it. Okay, here we go, coming up alongside schooner Heritage. She's certainly got a load of tourists on board. Some of them may be ashore in Southwest Harbor right now. Well, not too many. It looks like all their boats are here. And this is about as far east as they usually come. And they're going to be heading back west to either Camden or Rockland. Now these are all wood schooners. As you can see, she's anchored. And I will look some things up on this boat and put in some text description of it over a photo of it. Schooner Heritage. The interesting thing about these schooners is when they used to sail cargo up and down the coast of Maine, they would often only have a crew of 2 or 3. Anyway, I have to watch where I'm going as I head back to make a single-handed mooring pickup, which I'm not going to be able to film because I need both hands and I didn't bring a tripod to set the camera on. Okay, I thought I'd tell you what I'm going to do on this single-handed mooring pickup. You can see the white power boat with the tan canvas on its cabin. My mooring is right behind it with the dinghy on it. And what I'm going to do is motor up with the dinghy on the port side and stop the boat when the mooring pickup buoy is about midships. And at that point, I will go forward, grab the pickup buoy, I hope, walk it up to the bow, and put the mooring line over my bow cleat. Now, if I miss, what I'll do is just make a loop and try again. Because, of course, as I'm coming in here alone, I don't have anybody who can adjust the boat's course as we get close to the mooring. So right now, I'm about 150 feet from the mooring, so what I'm going to do is put the boat in neutral. This is a 17,000 pound sailboat, so it coasts for quite a while. We're going 2.8 knots. I'm just going to come up here. There's the dinghy on the mooring. The power boat is further away than it looks. We're down to 2 knots. And the one thing I don't want to do is hit the dinghy and push it forward. So I've turned a little bit off. Now we'll turn back toward it. And at this point, I'm going to have to put the camera down. Well, I'm back on the mooring. The pickup went reasonably well. I did bump the dinghy, and that complicated a little. And that my pickup buoy got kind of wrapped by the dinghy painter, but other than that, it went pretty well, and had no trouble getting the boat tied up. And that's another single-handed sail on my 1972 Allied Princess 36 Seaquestor. So hope you enjoyed coming along on a little single-handed sail. Not a big deal. I was off the mooring for about an hour and 10 minutes, so pretty short sail. But it was a pleasant sail. It was too nice not to go out. So now I just have to put the boat to bed and head back in and go home. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can get a notification next time I post an exciting video just like this one. Thanks a lot.